Ladies, let's talk. Love is beautiful. Relationships can be fulfilling. But let me tell you something. There are things you should never do for a man. Some of y'all are giving too much, doing too much, and expecting too little in return. And then you wonder why he ain't treating you right. See, love should never cost you your dignity. If he fell for you as the strong, confident, and independent woman that you are, why would you shrink yourself just to fit his comfort zone? If you got to change everything about yourself to keep him, baby, you're keeping the wrong man. When you start sacrificing your personality, interests, and passions just to make him happy, you are setting yourself up for heartbreak. A real man will love you for exactly who you are, not for who you try to become just to please him. I've seen women stop hanging out with their friends, give up hobbies they once loved, or even change the way they dress just because a man made them feel like they should. You were somebody before you met him. You had a life, dreams, and goals. If being with him requires you to erase who you were, then what's left of you when the relationship ends? Sometimes a man will make you feel like you need to be less opinionated, less independent, or less ambitious because it threatens his ego. That's not love. That's control. If you find yourself constantly apologizing for being yourself, walking on eggshells so he doesn't get upset, or pretending to be someone you're not just to keep the peace, then that's a red flag. You should never feel guilty for having standards, boundaries, or expectations. Our expectations. If he truly loves you, he will respect them. A strong relationship is built on mutual acceptance, not one person doing all the changing while the other stays the same. I've seen too many women put their goals, careers, and dreams on the back burner just to push a man's ambitions forward. Listen, a real man will support you just as much as you support him if you're always sacrificing, but he's never lifting you up. That's not love. That's a one-way street. If he disrespects you, whether with his words, actions, or the way he treats you in front of others, walk away. Respect is the foundation of love. A man who truly values you will never make you feel small. Some women stay in bad relationships just because they've been in them for years. Oh, but I've already put in 5 years. So what? Don't waste 5 more on a man who doesn't appreciate you. If he cheats, lies, or treats you poorly, don't keep justifying it. He's just stressed. He didn't mean it. No, a man who loves you will show it, not make you guess. Love is reciprocal. If you're doing all the calling, texting, planning, and sacrificing, he's not your man, you're his mother. Relationships should be balanced, not one-sided. You deserve the best. If you have certain standards for the man you want in your life, don't lower them just because you're tired of waiting. A queen never begs for a king. Ladies, know your worth. If you keep giving and giving without receiving, that's not love. It's a transaction. Find someone who values you, respects you, and uplifts you. Because the right man, he won't ask you to do any of these things. Love is a beautiful thing. And when you find the right person, it should lift you up, make you better, and bring joy into your life. But too often, women are taught that they need to do everything to keep a man, even at the expense of their happiness, dignity, and self-worth. Let me tell you something right now. A real man, the right man, will never require you to lose yourself to love him. If you have to change yourself completely to make a man happy, then that's not love, that's control. When a man truly loves you, he falls for who you are, not for who he can mold you into. Too often, women give up their interests, their passions, and even their personalities just to please a man. You love to travel, but he doesn't, so you stop. You're outgoing, but he prefers you to be quiet, so you shrink yourself. No, ma'am. You should never have to become less of yourself to fit into his world. A real man will celebrate you as you are. If he makes you feel like you're too much, then he's simply not enough. Support is essential in any relationship, but it should be mutual. Too many women sacrifice their ambitions for the sake of their man's success, putting their education on hold, quitting jobs, and shelving their dreams while he chases his. A loving relationship isn't about one person shining while the other fades into the background. You both should be pushing each other toward greatness. If he expects you to give up everything for him but isn't willing to do the same for you, that's not love. It's selfishness. You deserve to have dreams, chase goals, and succeed in your own right. A good man will recognize that, encourage you, and stand beside you, not in front of you. Respect is non-negotiable. It doesn't matter how much you love him or how much time you've spent together. If he constantly belittles you, calls you names, or disrespects you in public or private, you need to walk away. Love should never make you feel small. The right man will never make you question your worth. If he can't respect you, he doesn't deserve you. I've already spent 5 years with him. I can't just leave now. Yes, you can. Time spent in a relationship is not a reason to stay if you are unhappy, unfulfilled, or being mistreated. The longer you stay in a bad situation, the more time you waste. The past is gone. You can't get it back. But your future, that's still yours to shape. Don't stay in a relationship out of habit, guilt, or fear of starting over. He didn't mean it. He's just stressed. He's been through a lot. Stop. A grown man knows how to take responsibility for his actions. If he's lying, cheating, or treating you badly, there's no excuse. Love is not about constantly justifying someone else's poor behavior. A man who truly loves you will not hurt you, betray you, or make you feel unworthy. Stop making excuses and start seeing the reality of the situation. A relationship should never feel one-sided. If you're the one always calling, texting, planning dates, compromising, and sacrificing while he just sits back and benefits, he's not your man, you're his mother. A healthy relationship is give and take, not just give and give. If he values you, he'll put in effort too. If he doesn't, then he's showing you exactly how much he cares. Believe in the first time. A queen never begs for a king. If you have certain standards for the man you want in your life, don't lower them just because you're tired of waiting. Desperation attracts the wrong kind of attention. Stand firm in what you deserve, and the right man will meet you at your level. If you keep giving and giving without receiving, that's not love. It's a transaction. Find someone who values you, respects you, and uplifts you. The right man won't ask you to do any of these things. Support is essential in any relationship, but it should be mutual. Too many women sacrifice their ambitions for the sake of their man's success, putting their education on hold, quitting jobs, and shelving their dreams while he chases his. At first, it may seem like the right thing to do, standing by him and helping him build his future. But what happens when you look up years later and realize you've lost yourself in the process? What happens when your sacrifices go unappreciated, or worse, taken for granted? A loving relationship isn't about one person shining while the other fades into the background. Both people should be pushing each other toward greatness. If he expects you to give up everything for him but isn't willing to do the same for you, that's not love, it's selfishness. A strong relationship is built on the foundation of two individuals growing together, not one person growing while the other shrinks. If your dreams, your goals, and your ambitions always come second to his, then where does that leave you? No one should have to dim their own light just to make someone else shine brighter. Your dreams matter. Your goals matter. You deserve to have a life that fulfills you outside of your relationship. A good man will recognize that, encourage you, and stand beside you, not in front of you. There are women who dedicate years of their lives to supporting a man's vision, only to be left behind when he finally makes it. That's why you have to build something for yourself, too. A man who truly loves and respects you will push you toward your own success, not expect you to give everything up for his. If you ever feel like you're losing yourself in a relationship, take a step back and ask yourself if you're truly happy. Are you chasing your own dreams, or are you just playing a supporting role in his story? When a man truly loves you, he wants to see you succeed, not just in the relationship, but in life. He will celebrate your wins, encourage you through your struggles, and stand beside you as an equal partner. The right relationship isn't about sacrificing your dreams for his, but about finding a way to chase both of your dreams together. If you're always the one making sacrifices while he gets to pursue everything he wants, it's time to reevaluate that relationship. If he constantly expects you to put his needs above your own, it's not a partnership. It's an imbalance. A relationship should never require you to lose yourself. You were someone before you met him, and you should still be that person while you're with him. Your goals, your career, your happiness, none of these should take a back seat just because you're in love. Love should add to your life, not take away from it. A man who truly values you will never ask you to choose between your dreams and your relationship. He will support you in the same way you support him. Love is not about losing yourself. It's about growing together, building together, and lifting each other up. If you find yourself giving up everything while he pursues his own path without a second thought, then ask yourself if that's really love or just one-sided devotion. You deserve a relationship where you are seen, valued, and respected. Oh, you deserve a partner who celebrates your ambitions instead of expecting you to abandon them. You deserve someone who understands that your dreams are just as important as his. Never put his dreams before yours if he is not willing to do the same for you. A relationship should be built on balance, mutual effort, and shared success, not on the expectation that you should always be the one sacrificing. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. It doesn't matter how much love you think is there. If he doesn't respect you, the relationship is already broken. Some women stay in situations where they are constantly belittled, talked down to, or even humiliated, thinking that if they just prove their loyalty or love a little more, things will change. But respect is not something you should have to beg for. A man who truly loves you will never make you question your worth. He won't speak to you in a degrading way, embarrass you in front of others, or make you feel small in private. It's not just about the words he says, but also about his actions. If he dismisses your feelings, ignores your boundaries, or treats you like an afterthought, that is a sign that respect is missing. A loving relationship means being heard, valued, and treated as an equal. If he constantly disregards your opinions or makes decisions without considering you, that's not respect, that's control. It doesn't matter how long you've been together or what excuses he gives. If he doesn't treat you with respect now, it's unlikely he ever will. Some women tolerate disrespect because they think leaving would be harder than staying. They believe that all men are the same, that relationships require suffering, or that they will never find anyone better. These are lies that keep you stuck in a cycle of unhappiness. You deserve a love where you don't have to constantly prove your worth, where you don't have to fight for basic respect, and where you are valued simply for being who you are. There are women who stay in relationships because of the time they've invested. They think, I've already spent 5 years with him, I can't leave now. But the truth is, the longer you stay in a situation that doesn't serve you, the more time you waste. Time spent in an unhealthy relationship does not mean you owe him your future. If you're unhappy, mistreated, or constantly having to beg for the bare minimum, staying will not fix it. Some women believe that if they just wait a little longer, he will change. If they love him harder, if they are more patient, if they forgive just one more time, things will be different. But a man who does not value you now is unlikely to suddenly start valuing you later. Change has to come from within, and if he doesn't see a problem with how he treats you, there is no reason for him to change. Love should not feel like a battle for dignity. You should not have to fight to be heard, fight to be respected, or fight to be treated as an equal. A man who loves you will make it clear through his words and actions. If you find yourself constantly questioning whether you are being respected, that is already your answer. You deserve better. You deserve a relationship where you feel safe, appreciated, and valued.